Hello there, I'm Anne Edwards. Thanks for joining us on GE13, the Showdown. Yeah, it's on the Star, front page of the Star. It's getting hotter in Johor. And that is where the battleground is. And I've been told repeatedly also by Star GCE, Datuk Seri Wong Chun right next to me. Yeah, Datuk, very hot in Johor. Why is Johor the battleground, especially in GE13?
It looks like Johor is getting, as they say, sizzling hot. Yeah. What started to be a fight in Gelang Patah seems to have spilled over to other areas. Presumably because that Pakatan Rakyat seriously wants to put a dent onto the Barisan Nasional Fort, or rather the UMNO Fort in Johor, and it appears that now from Gelang Patah, the attention has gone to Segamat, where PKR chief Datuk Jajime, after coming back from his leave, is now taking on the MIC Deputy President, Dr. Subramaniam.
Right.
It's interesting because that both of them are friends, and as Subramaniam says that Jajime used to campaign for him.
From house to house.
Yes, but now he has taken he has shipped on to something new where they take on each other. This is one of the bigger fights there. It is an interesting area because that if you look at the racial composition, it's really mixed.
Exactly.
It looks like Malays 41%, Chinese 47%, and Indians 11%. Okay, and that it has become interesting because the previous DAP candidate, Mr. Pang Hot Leong, who has now been left out.
He's lost twice,
Because Jajime is going in, Pang says that he's going to contest as an independent. So that makes it a possible three-corner fight. And you have a situation where the Johor DAP leaders also felt that Jajime do not deserve a seat. They feel that Segamat is theirs. Why is Jajime coming in? So the situation has become really murky, very complicated, and then by making it complicated, it makes it more interesting for us in the media, right?
Yeah, exactly.
And plus the fact that while this complicated situation may be beneficial to Subramaniam, well, if you look at the other side, they feel that Subramaniam could be in a tight spot. There are some unpopular decisions which has been made by his ministry. For example, the minimum wage for workers, which includes foreigners, have gone down very badly, with a lot of small, medium-sized traders. And you have a lot of these small SMEs in Johor.
So this doesn't look good on him?
No, they feel that, look, why is Subramaniam so insistent on giving minimum wage to foreigners? And the result, of course, we are aware is that it's been put on hold. But still we have this grumbling and unhappiness and resentment among the businessmen. So that could work in some ways against Subramaniam.
Right. And what are the other issues? I also understand that his chances are probably not so good as well because the constituents are majority Chinese as well. That's the talk also that's going around.
I really don't know because if you look at it, it's actually that it's a fairly mixed. You have Malays 41%, which could be solid for him, and 47 Chinese, which could be a little bit divided. But then he may have a strong support from the 11% Chinese. So if you look on the paper,
11%
Indians, right, sorry. So he still has got this. The odds are still good for him. But Jajime could put up a fight. But Jajime's problem is that he will have resentment and possibly internal sabotaging from his own Pakatan people.
Right, and Pang Hot Leong says he's not a winnable candidate. That's why he's going in as independent.
Yeah, and strong words have been used by the DAP. So it could be a three-corner fight. And in the end, that could benefit Subramaniam. But I think it's going to be an interesting and a tough fight. And I will look forward to it. That's another new development. We're talking about big fights. The media loves big fight, right? Okay. So we've been talking about Gelang Patah, right? Yes. Would Ghani actually finally fight Lim Kit Siang?
We still do not know.
Because I want to see a big fight, okay? But there are now talk that it could just simmer off or it could just be a red herring. So I do not know. But with all this talk, the fact is that the point is that the attention is on Johor.
Attention is on Johor.
That's right.
It's getting hotter. We'll need to take a breather. We'll come back, Datuk Seri, right here on GE13 Showdown. Don't go away. Thanks for staying with us. Johor, the battleground. Datuk Seri Wong Chun, why does it still hold water that a lot of Chinese have benefited from Barisan Nasional, especially in terms of land, and also this was obtained via Felda?
I've said it before that the Chinese sentiments in Johor could be slightly different from Chinese in other states because there are large section of Chinese in Johor. If you go to Labis, Batu Pahat, you find that even Gelang Patah, a lot of Chinese who are involved in rubber plantation and this palm oil, they are smallholders, so they have got land from the government. The feeling is that the land has been quite fairly distributed among Chinese and with other races. So the sentiment is that Chinese have benefited. Question here is, would the same sentiment still remains?
And will it translate into votes?
That's right, yeah. Over the past 1 week, Kit Siang has been able to attract a big crowd at Jarama.
There's a big turnout, right? Wherever he goes to, and
that's a fact.
Like what we used to see during Mahathir's days.
Kit Siang is able to attract a big crowd, big Chinese crowd. Again, would it translate into votes? But on the other hand, it looks racially divided because from our feedback from our reporters, when Kit Siang goes to a past Jarama, he speaks to 50 people, which is really small. So it looks like the Malay votes are not excited by his presence. But the Chinese vote, huge crowd, they're excited. But Dr. Mahathir, when Dr. Mahathir goes to campaign in Johor, he attracts the same huge crowd among the Malays, which Kit Siang is able to do so. So again, there are a lot of question mark, a lot of guessing game at this point. Safe to say that the Malay votes and Indian votes, if the size of crowd is to win anything, it looks like safely with Barisan. Only a question mark with the Chinese there.
So which is hotter, Gelang Patah or Segamat?
I think the whole Johor is exciting. In fact, that this coming weekend, I'm going to go go on the road to Johor.
Okay. And where are you going to visit them?
My first stop is Gelang Patah. Okay. I feel that it's going to be an interesting spot. I want to go to Segamat and I will go to Johor Bahru as well. In Johor Bahru, Tan Sri Syarul Samad is also facing a former general. Yeah. So Syarul is popular in Johor Bahru, but this is a different election. It's a different mood. The political landscape has changed. I don't think that any contender should take things for granted.
Are the candidates for certain, especially on the opposition side, as far as Chua Jui-meng is concerned, and also Lim Kit Siang, because we hear that Lim Kit Siang may be throwing in something, which
yes,
is
that's quite surprising. That's quite
surprising.
Yeah, that's quite a surprise report because that we assume that Chua Jui-meng is a sure candidate for Segamat, but because the grassroots anger is so strong among the DAP, they use strong words like the party leadership in DAP has so loud, using very strong words. They would probably have caught the DAP leadership by surprise, and then now they're saying that let's relook, there are conditions to be made. So it looks like Chua Jui-meng isn't exactly popular with the DAP, that's for sure.
And also with PKR, because PKR is saying that whichever candidate, except Chua Jui-meng, perhaps. Yeah. So it's pretty strange that he's being thrown in Segamat.
In these two elections, that in this election, it looks like both sides both feel that they're going to form the government. Barisan feels that we're going to form the government. Pakatan has sent a message that we think they're going to form the government. When you have situations like this, everybody wants to be a candidate. Everybody wants to be part of the winning team. So there's this strong lobbying, even until now. If you go to the PKR headquarters or UMNO headquarters, everybody is queuing up to be a candidate. So that gives a big headache to the party leaders. Horse trading on both sides. You must have heard the song by Tears for Fears, everybody wants to rule the world, right? So everybody wants to be a YB now.
Thank you so much, Datuk Seri Wong Chun.
Thank you.
It's always a pleasure and fun to have you here on board to comment on a lot of issues, and of course the hot issue in Johor. I'm Anne Edwards. Thank you so much for your time. We'll see you once again.